Hey everyone, today I have a video for you and I'm going to be giving you my opinion slash prediction on what I think will happen if KSI or Jake Paul wins the fight. So I'm going to get this started with how I think KSI will take the win. Alright, so the first thing I should mention is, in order for KSI to beat Jake, I honestly think he'd have to train harder than he's ever trained in his entire life. And not to mention as well that Vidal won't be training him this time, and the reason for Vidal not doing that is because he wants to focus on his own career.
I am not focusing on training KSI. I'm focusing on my career. I've got a lot of stepping stones that need to be, surpassed. I've got a lot of things that need to be achieved. Once I've reached a certain point in my career, I can then think about coaching him again.
So to be honest, it's going to be interesting to see how JJ will pull this off. But however, if he does pull it off, I don't really think much will change for JJ. I think what will happen is he'll probably upload a few videos just, making fun of the whole situation, making fun of Jake for losing. But then eventually he'll probably just move on. Obviously he'll mention it here and there just to, have slight digs at Jake just to piss him off. But other than that, I don't really see JJ making a massive deal over the win. Now, the reason why I think this is because JJ, he's got other stuff going on right now. After his win, he's probably just going to go back to how he is now. He will probably just go back to making music and just building the Sidemen brand even bigger. Now, the reason why I think that if he did beat Jake, it wouldn't make much of a change to him is because I think KSI is doing what he truly wants to do now, and that's music. If he beat Jake, he would beat him at the age of 27, and I think he probably won't want to do boxing ever again. If he beats Jake, he'll just say to everyone, look, I've proven my point, he'll close that chapter and say that's another one done. It's time for me to move on. However, if KSI does beat Jake Paul will not take it well. 100% Jake will make a video explaining why he lost and all the reasons, and he'll demand to have a rematch. However, if Jake was saying I want a rematch, I know 100% JJ would just say, nah mate, I'm not doing it. And the reason why he won't do a rematch is because he'll think, look, I've proven my point, what more do you want? Because obviously there's always that risk as well that Jake could beat him on the rematch and then it'll just make him look like a fool. So if KSI didn't take the rematch, I think Jake would try and face someone like Faye Sensei. I think Jake would want to do another fight, just to get another win, just to kind of help improve his image. However, even after that fight, I honestly think he'll probably just go back to making his vlogs. I think Jake probably wouldn't do boxing anymore. He'd probably just go off and do his own thing. Now, all the KSI fans would probably love everything I just said. However, in reality, I think we could all admit that JJ's going to make so many videos talking crap about Jake, and he'll bring it up like he did with Logan and Joe Weller. I think he'll gloat and he'll be a bad sport about it. However, I'm telling you, the worst part if JJ wins is what his fans will say. His fans will be even more toxic than they are now. It'll be an absolute cringe fest. You'll see their comments posted everywhere of them talking about him winning, defending him as if he's like their older brother or something. And I, for one, I can't be asked to hear any more toxic comments. So Jake, please do us a favour and just win. Alright, so let's turn things around to talk about what happens if Jake Paul beats KSI. So in order for Jake to beat KSI, Jake needs to do what he did with Gib. He needs to go back to Big Bear with Shane Mosley and train in that training camp again. And if he does that, he will win the fight. When he does win, I think Jake's going to kind of talk about and make videos that are more personal to him. I reckon he'll make videos calling out all the people that doubted him and saying, What are you going to say now, bitch? When Jake wins this fight, it's going to benefit him to no end. I think that when he does beat KSI, his reputation will be back. I think people will stop shit-talking him and actually respect him. I think he'll do something similar to what Logan did when Logan restored his name. And the reason why I think this is because it's kind of already happened. After Jake absolutely destroyed Gib, people did start to gain their respect for him. Jake's now kind of in the spotlight again. I mean, who talks about Anderson Gib now? I mean, Jake and Logan really are on similar paths. I mean, they're both uploading the same sort of videos, and they're starting to be in each other's videos more, which is kind of nice to see. You can kind of see that if Jake wins this fight, I think it genuinely will restore the Paul name. If you watch both their content now, they're kind of like inventing like a David Dobrik type vlogging, and I think they'll be YouTubers #1's vloggers again. However, I think the opposite. I think if JJ won, he'd probably drop boxing. However, I think if Jake won, he'd probably carry it on. But Jake, he won't be humble about it, which will piss JJ off. which I'll find really funny. I love that. I honestly think JJ, he probably just wouldn't respond. But anyway, let me just summarise real quick. Whoever wins, they're not going to take it wholesomely. They're going to rub it in each other's faces. The one thing I am looking forward to, though, is when Jake does win, all the excuses and all the cringe that's going to come from the toxic KSI fan base. It's going to be so fun. If you're wondering why I keep bringing up the KSI fans, just make sure you watch my next video where I'm going to respond to some of their salty comments. Trust me, it's going to be hilarious. Anyway, just to finish up on, what do you think is going to happen at the end of this fight? Write your predictions down in the comments down below. I'll probably respond to every single person. But anyway, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. And also make sure you subscribe so you get to see my next video. I will be responding to the KSI fans' really salty comments. But that's enough from me today. Catch you on the next one. Peace!